Hello, I'm Rachel Lackey and I'm an outdoor therapist, and this video is specifically about outdoor therapy during lockdown. Having gone through lots of different negotiations with my MP, my governing body, my supervisor, etc., I have determined that it is allowed and safe to do outdoor therapy during lockdown, and so I've created a more in-depth risk assessment, which is where you'd need to start if you were moving to this type of therapy or continuing it during increased risk of COVID or during increased restrictions. So the detailed risk assessment would be sent to the client in advance, and I'd ask them to sign it and agree to the measures that are in that for the first time, and subsequent sessions I'd also give a reminder of the 2-metre distance that we're looking at. So if I would have in advance measured out what 2 metres is on a landmark where we're about to meet. So for example, here there's a fence, so I will know which point from one post is 2 metres. So for example, if it's to this next post, can have the client stand at one and me at the other, just to show that it is really quite a long distance, 2 metres, and we can forget how far that is. There's also the element I've noticed of drifting, so that clients will drift towards me as they talk, as they're naturally engrossed in the topic that we are processing. Then I will try to increase the distance by moving towards my side, and they will maintain the same distance and come with me, as we just naturally do when we're walking with somebody. It's just an autopilot thing that happens, and we start to, without realising it, when the person moves towards their right, we sort of join them and turn right with them. So I never am able to actually increase the distance, just subtly. In that way, it needs to explicitly be said, and a reminder given at the beginning of some of the sessions of how far away 2 metres is. We also find that places are really busy at the moment, outdoor places, so there's quite a lot of negotiating other people. You might be able to see I've got some people behind me at the moment. So that's often a matter of agreeing that the therapist will fall behind the client while we pass someone else, so we can make sure that we're still maintaining that 2 metre distance between one another and between us and other people in the outdoor location. Another aspect of COVID times, as it impacts us, is track and trace. So as therapists, we are required, should we be diagnosed with COVID, to present a list of the people that we've been in contact with. So this has to be in the contract as well, because this is a breach of confidentiality that needs written agreement with the client, to give their details so that they might be contacted and asked to isolate. So that's another issue to raise with them, to discuss what impact that might have on them should they have to do that, and whether that's something that they're willing to go along with. Just some notes on mask wearing. I realised when I got home, it's not mandatory for me to wear a mask with my clients according to my insurance at the moment and my MP's guidance, but I've made the decision to make it a requirement because of all the virulent strains that are going around at the moment. That'll be potentially your own decision to make, if you're not required to do so by your membership body, insurance, local restrictions, etc. So some of the aspects that you'll need to consider are whether the client can hear you adequately through the mask wear, whether you feel comfortable conducting outdoor work still whilst having to wear a mask, whether your client does, whether the client might feel more exposed, perhaps more noticeable to be outdoors and wearing a mask with someone else. So I've made the decision, even though we're 2 metres apart, to require masks, and then if the client wouldn't like to or can't, we'll move to virtual walk and talk therapy where we're in different locations. I'm at home and they're walking, or online work for now, and hopefully it won't be too much longer. So if this video has been useful, please subscribe to my YouTube page and share it. I'm going to be making some more. So all the best out there. I hope you're able to get out and enjoy nature by yourself, even if not with clients. and let's see how it all pans out. We'll keep adapting until we know more. Bye for now.